Hello and welcome to Never Seen It, a podcast where we watch movies we've never seen and then talk about them. I'm one of your hosts, Betsy. With me, as always, is my husband, Trent.
Hello, Betsy.
Hello, Trent. That was an interesting greeting. Today we are going to be watching a movie, yet again in the 90s, that neither of us has seen.
Ooh.
We are continuing on our Kevin Smith journey, and we are watching Mallrats.
Never seen Mallrats.
That's interesting coming from you.
Yeah, as a fan of Kevin Smith, I have seen most of his movies. Especially in the quote-unquote Views universe, as he calls it.
Yeah.
Of the ones that are in that realm, this is the only one I haven't seen other than his most recent one, which was the Jay and Bob reboot.
Yeah. But you will eventually see that as well.
Yes.
So why have you not seen this?
You know, I think when I first started watching Kevin Smith movies, I liked him. I didn't love him at the time because I was young.
Okay.
But as the years have gone on, I have learned to appreciate and I've grown more into his kind of humor. Mm-hmm. And I got it. I got it more.
Yeah.
So, like, a movie like Dogma is my favorite Kevin Smith movie.
Okay.
Because of where my life has brought me to that point. So, Clerks I really liked because, you know what? I know those people. I worked as a clerk.
Yeah.
I worked at Kmart as my second job.
Yeah.
So I know what it's like to work a job like that. So do you.
Yes.
So
maybe not quite to the same extent you do, but...
Right. So, and we covered Clerks here
Yes.
because you hadn't seen it. But Mallrats is a movie that I was told I had an understanding that Mallrats probably wouldn't be for me because it's about comic books.
That's what I was going to say. I'm pretty sure this is about comic books
Yeah.
to some extent.
Yeah, and I'm not a comic guy. I never have been. I love comic book movies. Mm-hmm. And, it's just one of those things that turned me off from even seeking it out. I started to watch this once.
Okay.
And I don't remember what turned me off of it. Maybe it's because it was filmed in an era that I wasn't that familiar with, which was the early 90s.
Mm-hmm. Mid-90s.
Yeah, so this came out in 95. So yeah, at the time I was starting to get into Kevin Smith, it just wasn't a thing for me.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm just behind. I like you. I'm catching up. I discovered Kevin Smith later, and I kind of started in the middle stuff.
Yeah.
So I've seen Jay and Silent Bob, and I've seen Dogma, and I've seen Zack and Miri, and yes, we have recently watched Clerks. But yeah, I gotta go backwards. I haven't watched Chasing Amy. Mm-hmm. I only just saw Clerks. I haven't seen Mallrats.
You haven't seen Clerks 2.
I haven't seen Clerks 2. So we're getting there. I'm getting caught up, but it's just another one in the universe that I haven't visited. Now, I do know bits and pieces because, as you said, he ties his movies together.
Yeah.
So Jay and Silent Bob, they kind of talk the most about Mallrats in Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
To a great degree, because the Jason Lee character is the character he plays in Mallrats.
Yeah.
The Ben Affleck character is the character he plays at least in Chasing Amy? Or is that in this one? I don't honestly know.
So, I think, if I'm remembering right, Ben Affleck's character shows up in Jay and Bob Strike Back, but he plays two characters.
He does.
He plays the guy from Mallrats, and he plays himself.
Yes.
As a parody of himself with Matt Damon.
Right, but I couldn't figure out if he was just the guy from Mallrats or he's also in Chasing Amy, because I haven't seen Chasing Amy.
No, Ben Affleck's character in Chasing Amy is not the same dude.
Because they make some joke about it. That's why I ask.
Yeah.
The other thing I know, didn't they film this in Minnesota?
Oh, God, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they filmed this at a mall in Minnesota.
Huh.
I'm not 100%, but I feel like that's true. So when we get done talking and go watch this, I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah.
But I'm fairly
I don't
confident
think
they
I've heard
did.
that. I don't think I've heard that.
Yeah.
Makes sense because, Minnesota, known for malls.
Right. So other than those details, I'm aware that it's, what is it, Blunt Man and Chronic.
Correct.
I assume they are involved in this maybe at the end or in some capacity, because
I'm sure it gets referenced somehow.
There's a comic book that is based on them, on Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
So I know those two are going to show up in this movie.
Of course.
Because it wouldn't be a Kevin Smith movie without Jay and Silent Bob.
Of this kind of movie, yes.
Of the Viewisk universe, yes.
Yeah.
And other than that, yeah, comic books? Question mark?
Do you know of anybody else in the movie?
So I know Jason Lee, Ben Affleck. No.
Yeah, Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes.
Yeah.
I know Shannon Doherty is in this.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You haven't mentioned any ladies. I know she's in it to a point.
Okay.
I don't know if she's like the main person or not, but I know she's in it.
Okay.
I think there's somebody else that I just do not know who it is.
But somebody you'll recognize?
I don't know if you'll recognize them.
All right.
So, but yeah, other than those people, I don't have a clue who else is in it. I don't know the overall plot.
I have to assume this is, to some extent, another slacker comedy.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure.
Knowing his previous movie, because this is his second movie.
Yeah.
So knowing his previous film Clerks and knowing what I know about his other movies, there's sort of a common thread.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this before. Kevin Smith is the ultimate Gen X comedy director.
Yeah.
You know, he's just that from that era. He's that much older than us. And Mallrats is filled with people who are from that generation as well. So that's maybe another reason why I didn't want to watch it, because it's not really my kind of humor.
Right.
So, but you know what? We'll see.
Maybe it's grown on you. So we're going to find out. We're going to go and watch Mallrats, and then we will be right back. All right, we're back. So that was Mallrats. We've done it.
Mallrats.
So Trent, what is your immediate reaction to this movie?
I was kind of all over the place.
Yes.
It was not as good as I was led to believe.
Okay.
Okay.
It was nothing about what we thought.
No. No. I mean, it is to a point. I mean, basically the entire thing takes place at the mall.
Right.
And basically these people spend their entire day there.
Yes, and there's cursory references to comic books.
Right.
Yes.
But I don't know why this is considered like a classic. It was fine.
Right. I also at the beginning was like, I'm a little confused. It's a little all over the place. But then when
Yeah.
it hit its groove, I
Yeah.
was into it.
And I think that's maybe why I stopped watching it the first time.
You didn't wait long
You
enough.
got the intro to the first couple, the intro to the second couple. They both break up,
Yep.
and then these guys come together at the mall, and that's where the story begins.
Yes. I just
I don't
saw,
think I got that far.
I saw the poster just now, and it's like, they're at the mall. They don't work there. They're just there.
Right.
They're not shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just hang out in the mall. Because that's what you did in the 90s.
Right. There's no internet.
Nope.
You know, you can only play so many video games.
Well, and these dudes are comic book geeks, so they would go to the place with the comic books.
Yeah.
Or at least the one guy is.
They don't even go, like, they go to the comic book store in that mall, but they don't go inside because they can't.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I thought by the end I was invested.
Yeah, I was too.
But yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think it was great.
Yeah.
I've liked some of his other movies better.
Oh, totally. And we'll get into it here, but the way the movie is paced, the way it is written, and the way it is directed, almost identical to Clerks.
This is Kevin Smith, all the good and all the bad that comes
Right.
with.
Right. Like, it's essentially the same as Clerks to a point. obviously
slacker
the
comedy.
story. Yeah, the story. And I'm not even saying that. The genre. What I'm saying is the way the characters interact with each other,
Yes.
the way they are written, especially the females.
Yes.
The women in this, the way they're directed to speak, the dialogue that they speak, is eerily similar to how the women in Clerks speak.
Kevin Smith, especially at this point in his career, he writes, how do I describe it? It's not stagnant. It's not stagnant at all. It's just the delivery is such.
Yeah.
It's very like if I wrote a screenplay and I'm
of
trying to get my friends to read it.
It's stream of consciousness on the paper. There's
Yes.
no editor here. It's just him.
Well, in this one, actually, he didn't edit.
Fine, but what I mean by that is on the page it's not edited. What you're talking about for editor, that's the film itself.
Right. What do you
The
like?
script.
You mean there's just no pauses?
Yeah. Like the way the dialogue is just doled out, it is just the way his scripts go in the early 90s.
Right. There's a lot of words.
Yep.
And they're all together.
Yep.
And there's no hms,
Right.
thinking,
Uh-huh.
no pause. It's just
Yep.
words.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the similarities between this movie and Clerks are very eerie to me, and I think because I've seen Clerks so many times that it's affecting me more than it is you.
Yeah.
But yeah, go back and for the people listening, go back and listen to and watch Clerks. Watch the way the women talk in that and this, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Just a weird thing that I noticed. But overall, I enjoyed it. There's some troublesome things in here.
Yes.
We'll get to that. But overall, yeah, it's a Kevin Smith movie. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah. And it starts with the narration of Brody talking about his weird cousin shoving gerbils up his ass.
A cat.
I'm sorry, a cat to get the gerbils.
Correct. Which is a joke. It's just a joke.
It is, but it's just a cold open, and that's how we start. And it doesn't come up again for almost the 90 minutes of the movie.
It is to get you, I guess, accustomed to what you're about to witness.
I guess, but it's just like, so my cousin stuck a cat in his... What? Stop.
What?
Hold on.
What?
What the hell am I watching? So yeah, if you're not prepared for that kind of humor, turn around now.
Yeah.
Is basically what he's declaring.
Pretty much. And I think you're coming to this, if it's 1995,
Yep.
and you're coming to this movie, and you don't know Clerks, I don't know why you're going to it.
This would have been probably another,
Yeah.
not independent, because this was a Universal movie, but
Totally.
this is his first
lot of
big budget movie
yeah,
by
there's a
an
lot of-
independent director.
There's a lot of production companies at the beginning of this.
Mm-hmm.
And like his View Askew is just like one of the associated with.
He's tacked on
Yeah.
at the end.
It just seems to me like he kind of sold his soul to get the movie made.
Other way around. So I was just reading, he sold his comic book collection to
Okay.
make Clerks,
Right.
but it made money. So then he got to make this movie.
Yeah.
And the comics in this at the beginning, that's his comic book collection
Really?
that he
Okay.
was able to buy back.
Cool.
Yeah. So in a year, though,
Yeah.
think about that. He made Clerks, and he had to basically sell his whole life to do it. And now he's making this movie. So
Which they are
that
back
was a big
to
deal.
back.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how long the production of Clerks was, but I can't imagine the production of this movie was that much longer.
No.
Because, yeah, you're filming in a mall. There's
They have
not really.
one location,
Yeah.
one major location, and then two very small scenes elsewhere.
Yeah, they do. So you have the two scenes outside of the houses. Or wait.
One outside
one
the
scene
house.
outside the house, one scene inside a different house.
And one in the basement of the same house.
Right.
Yep.
And you get the mall, and you get the other shitty mall.
Yes.
I think that's it.
The flea market mall, basically, is the equivalent of that.
Yeah, the dirty mall. No one goes to the dirty mall.
Yeah. So we meet these two characters, T.S. and Brody,
Yeah.
and their girlfriends dump them.
Which, what I wrote down about that is like, they're kind of blasé about this whole thing at the beginning.
The girls or the guys?
The guys.
Okay.
They're very blasé about, yeah, my girlfriend just dumped me. Oh, okay, let's go to the mall.
Well, and Brody frames the letter.
Right.
She writes him a letter about all the reasons she's dumping him, and he frames it.
And he misinterpreted one of the lines.
You're callow. I thought that was like a cool thing. No.
No, that's not it.
No, you stupid little man boy.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just a very strange thing. Like, if that happened to me, I would be, maybe a little more upset. But I don't know how many, girlfriends these guys have had.
Right. I also think they're very self-righteous about the whole situation. Like,
Yeah.
well, I didn't do anything wrong. These women just don't know what is up.
Right.
And that's kind of a running theme throughout the whole movie is they have no ambition and they don't listen to their girlfriends and they never do what they want to do.
Right.
And they're somehow confused why they're both dumped at the beginning.
Yeah. One of them, Brody, wakes up and he gets woken up.
He is woken up by being hit in the head repeatedly.
Right. Knocked on his skull.
At 9:30 in the morning.
By Shannon Doherty, yeah. Whatever day of the week this is.
Yep.
But yeah, he just wakes up and scurries around to find his game controller and turns his Sega Genesis back on to play
finish my game.
To play NHL 94.
Yeah.
Which apparently I've never played NHL 94, but apparently that is the still the gold standard for NHL hockey games.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, then.
I'm not even kidding. Last year, they put out a facsimile of it with updated graphics.
Neat.
Yeah, it's just a weird little nugget.
Yeah.
About that game.
But
anyway.
being mid-90s and being a larger studio movie and having an actual budget, there are actually a bunch of unknown people, but also some known people. So Shannon Doherty has top billing.
Yeah.
Because she was certainly the most famous person in this entire movie for 1995.
By far.
Jason Lee, this was, I think, his first starring thing. It wasn't his first credit, but if you go back, he's only got about 3 credits before this. So I have to assume this was his first starring thing.
Sure.
Jeremy London is the other guy. I spent that whole movie going, I know this guy. Mm-hmm. I think I'm mistaken. He has a twin brother who's also an actor.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I didn't recognize any of the credits. I was like, oh, it's because I've seen the face, but not this person.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Jason London is also an actor. So it's possible I've seen them both and never realized there were 2 of them.
Were they child actors and then...
Kind of, this
Did the Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen thing?
No, more this era and then later. So this guy was on Party of 5.
Ah, okay.
A lot of episodes of Party of 5.
Makes sense.
They were both on 7th Heaven.
Sure.
So stuff that I'm aware of,
Yeah.
but haven't watched in 20 years. So, yeah, I definitely knew his face. And then Claire Forlani.
Yeah,
who,
which
again,
I don't know what she was really famous for at this point. I also really don't know what she got famous for afterwards.
She had about a 4-year window, I think. Mid to late 90s.
Yeah, I know Claire Forlani's name.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a thing with her.
It was a short window.
Yeah.
And she bothered me in this movie because she's British. And she's trying really hard to do an American accent, and it's not going very well.
She's just not very good, period.
She's really not good. She's not good.
And just her way of doing this dialogue doesn't work.
No.
I don't think she got it. Thankfully, she didn't have a lot of dialogue to begin with.
You know who weirdly does this dialogue the most justice?
Shannon Doherty.
Apart from her, Joey Lauren Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we're going to see a lot more of her.
We will come back to her, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a certain delivery you have to do.
Yeah.
And, the scene at the beginning with Claire Forlani, basically her dad has a show.
Yep.
It's like a ripoff of the dating game.
It is a cable access, local produced thing.
Yep. And the girl who was supposed to be on the show, her boyfriend told her she looked fat on TV.
Yep.
And she worked herself into an aneurysm and died in the pool.
Embolism.
An embolism.
Embolism in her brain, and she died mid-backstroke in a pool.
Yes.
You know why I know that?
Why?
Why it's off the top of my head is because it is the same person that the guys from Clerks, they leave the store to go to the funeral for.
It's the same woman?
It's the same woman.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So yes, he's already tying together his universe with different things.
Yep.
And he does that a few times in this movie.
Yep. And there was a reference to Rick Darris, who was the hunky-looking guy at the end of Clerks that showed up for a hot second.
Okay.
There's a bunch more we'll get to later, but those are the first ones that come to mind. Yeah.
Yeah, you kept going, okay, and writing things down. I'm like, what is he doing? What? Because I've not seen Clerks as many times. So, okay, the girl at the beginning is the funeral that they go to in Clerks. So, context. There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's not wrong. He's very blasé about the fact she's dead because he doesn't get to go to Florida now for a trip. And now they can't go because she has to help out her dad and be the date on his TV show.
And he had all these big plans to propose to her at Universal Studios
at the Jaws
at the Jaws exhibit
thing,
whatever it
is. So romantic. This is the most romantic thing I've ever heard. Yeah, you would think that, dude.
But yeah, I mean, I understand that he's upset about that, but yeah, dude, you gotta just let it go.
Someone died.
Yeah.
They died. You gotta be not a dick about that. Even if you didn't know them, you kind of contributed to this. You should really feel like shit right now.
Right.
So,
maybe think about what you said, man.
Right. And this is again in Clerks. He's kind of an asshole, and he has it coming. And of course, her father, played by a very young, very bald,
and very naked,
Michael Rooker.
What the fuck, man?
It's weird to remember that he had this career. Like, he showed up in what, fucking RoboCop or whatever we watched? Yeah. So he was making movies in the 80s. He's in Cliffhanger. We've seen him around this time, and we never know when he's going to show up.
He just kind of went away, and then he got famous again for Walking Dead.
I don't think he ever went away. I think he's just been working really hard under the radar for 30, 40 years.
Very under the radar.
And it really wasn't until Walking Dead that he started getting bigger roles. Right. And it wasn't until Guardians of the Galaxy that most people our age knew who the hell he was.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I talked about Michael Rooker in a previous episode. He showed up on this piddly little YouTube show, online show, and just was very much game to do whatever. Yeah. It was a stupid web show. And he showed up because they asked him.
Michael Rooker, you want to be on our show? We asked you once before and you didn't come, but it's okay. We'll ask you again since we're on the topic.
Yeah, do that. Anyway, so yes, very bald, naked Michael Rooker shows up in a towel.
Yes.
And for some reason, he needed to be naked in that scene.
He strips down and slaps his ass or whatever he was doing.
He was like kicking and punching. I think he was,
The point was he told his daughter she had to do the show because he's so broken up about it, and they kept showing how not broken up about this he was. That's the only reason he's like naked and having a time.
Having a time. All right.
But yeah, so that's why they break up. Brody and his girlfriend break up, and then the two of them commiserate in the basement.
Yeah.
And decide to go to the mall because that's where all their dreams come true, basically.
It's where they hang out and spend their time.
Yeah. They don't want to shop there. They have no intention of buying anything. They just like being there.
I think the only thing they buy is like the
food.
The food.
They buy food.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they have drinks and then they have food.
What is with his tiny cup that he carries around the whole movie?
So I don't know the actual answer to this other than when you had walked away, but I watched the credits. In the special thanks, apparently he thanked a dude that character was based on, and part of his character was his little Dixie cup.
He just walks around with a Dixie cup.
I guess.
Okay.
I don't really know what the deal is with that. It's inspired by that guy.
All right. Basically, it's like a free sample. He just keeps going around asking for samples.
Maybe.
To not have to pay for drinks.
Maybe.
That's kind of what it seems like anyhow.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about something here before we move on. The only person that we get an actual age for is that 15-year-old girl. I don't know how old any of these people are.
They kind of talk about college. Like
Yeah.
one of the kids is in college. We'll get married after we finish college.
After they talk about graduation.
So
and
I'm assuming they're around
college
20,
age. Yeah.
give or take.
20, 21, 22
Yeah.
maybe.
And they live with their parents.
Right.
So old enough to be out of high school and have nothing to do.
Sure.
Young enough to still live with your parents.
And not work.
And not know what to do with your life.
And not work.
And not
Because they
work.
clearly don't have a job.
No. Well, one of them was supposed to be in Florida, so even if he did have a job, he
Right.
wasn't going to be there today anyway.
True.
The other one, I think, just genuinely does nothing.
Probably.
So yeah, I would establish them early 20s.
Fair enough. So yeah, we get 2 breakups in the course of like 5 minutes.
Yes.
They decide to go to the mall and hang out, where we are introduced to Ben Affleck's character, who is this guy in this impossibly large suit.
He's a douchebag in an oversized suit, yes.
Yes.
From fashionable male, he works at a store in the mall. He's the manager, Trent. The manager.
Manager, owner, something like
Wearing an oversized 90s suit.
that. Oh my god, that
which
was ugly.
in 95 probably was very in style what he was wearing. Isn't that just disappointing?
I don't know if that was supposed to be like a joke, like, oh yeah, this guy runs this store.
And he looks like a tool.
And he looks like a tool. He doesn't know how to dress himself. He just grabbed something off the rack and didn't have it suited for him.
Could be.
Fit for him or anything like that.
Well, and he's also wearing like, what do you call that kind of shirt he's wearing?
I
Not
don't
a
know.
flannel. But it's like long underwear. It's like that 90s
Right.
button-up
Right.
undershirt that doesn't go with that suit at all.
No, it doesn't, but it is winter time. You could tell that.
It is. There's a couple of spots. And this was filmed in Minnesota.
Yeah, you said that.
It's at the Eden Prairie Center Mall.
Yeah.
And they didn't change the signs. They don't refer to it by name, but they show the marquee.
Yeah.
And it is very clearly the Eden Prairie Center Mall. And they just say, yeah, but it's in New Jersey.
Yeah, it's in New Jersey. Yeah, the only reference to Jersey here is one of the car at the very beginning of the movie has a New Jersey plate on it.
I just read this too. Apparently, in the long shots, the wide shots at the mall,
Yeah.
they actually went around and they had all these cars with Minnesota plates, so they slapped fake Jersey plates on them.
Oh wow.
And they didn't ask people, they just did it because they were in the shot. And some people just drove away with not knowing they had a prop plate on their car.
Whoops. That is the sign of a very small production.
Someone in Minnesota has one of these, and if you are listening, please tell me.
Or if you've heard of this, if you know somebody who's heard of this.
I want to know.
Yeah.
We're not that far from Minnesota. I'll bet we're only 3 connections away from finding someone involved in the production of this movie.
You know, you're probably right. So yeah, they're filming in a mall, and I could tell right away this was going to be kind of hard to listen to a point, because it's very hard to film in a place like that.
Oh, the sound is terrible.
The echoey audio is almost hard to listen to throughout the entire movie because it's a big ass mall. It's a real mall. It's not a set.
It didn't bother me, but I could see that, yes, that would be very, very difficult. I never even really thought about it while watching this, so I think it bothered you more than it did me.
I mean, I guess it didn't really bother me. It's just more, I noticed it more, and it kind of took me out of it. Mm-hmm. Like, it's like, yes, clearly this is a real building, a real mall that they are filming
that
in.
really looked like that.
Yes.
Pink and teal.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't look like that anymore, sadly, but maybe the next time we're up there, we'll have to go check it out.
Clearly.
But yeah, they get to the mall, they just sort of wander around for a bit, and then they come upon a stage. This is where that show is going to be taking place, the dating show or whatever. And they run into a guy staring at one of those, what do you call
Magic
that?
eye.
Magic eye, where there's a sailboat, but you have to like look at it such a way to see it.
I don't know what this thing was. Did they just want to get this guy in the movie? Was it just their friend?
I don't don't know, but it's the guy who was, at this point, the only thing I had seen him in was he was on Boy Meets World.
Okay.
So this would have been after Boy Meets World was already on the air. He'd have already had that credit. And later he was on My Name is Earl. So seeing him with Jason Lee was funny.
Yeah. The only other thing, I know him for more things, but I know he was in American History X.
Yep.
He's in My Name is Earl. Man.
I feel like they only had this in here because Kevin Smith really likes running jokes. And this one I said was, everybody keeps coming up and he hasn't seen the sailboat. He is literally standing in this spot.
He brought his lunch.
He is going to stare at this thing until he sees the sailboat. And there's like children and old women and people just keep coming up and they see it right away.
Yeah.
And it's so easy for them. And they just keep saying, oh, a sailboat.
Yeah.
Oh, a sailboat. And the whole movie it happens. It's like I wasn't even supposed to be here today in Clerks. It's just a running joke.
I guess.
It's not even necessarily funny. It's
really not.
Repeated a lot. And the only reason I think he's in there is for the plot point at the end.
I guess.
Like genuinely, he serves no purpose until the end of the movie. So it's a convenience thing.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so he's there. He says, oh, this is where that dating show thing is going to be.
Yeah.
So they go to the pet store and they run into Jay and Silent Bob because they're going to enlist them to basically cause some shit and dismantle the stage.
Yeah.
But of course, Bob has recently watched Return of the Jedi.
Uh-huh.
And is convinced now that he can use the Force to move a cigarette with his mind.
Because of course.
Because of course he can.
Why not?
Yeah. And these were the little moments where it's very much like a goofy cartoon. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yeah, there is a lot of the cartoonishness in this movie as opposed to a lot of their other movies where it's not really like that. They kind of take a lot of that out in later movies.
And it's really just revolving around Silent Bob.
Sure.
Like to a lesser extent Jay, but primarily Silent Bob.
Sure.
Yes, he gets very silly, and of course Jay is not having any of it.
Yeah.
He's like,
slaps it out of his hand.
Stop doing that.
You can't do it.
You can't do it. Stop doing it. But yes, they enlist their help to dismantle the stage so that the show cannot go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they go back to it a few different times in the movie. They drew up these blueprints of the diagrams of what they're trying to do. Like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4.
First thing, sock full of quarters.
Those were actually pretty good. I wish we would have stopped and looked at those more. But it was basically like comic book tiles.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they had hand-drawn blueprints of how they're going to cause shenanigans.
Right.
Yes, that was funny.
Yeah.
So after they've enlisted their help, they kind of go about their business and leave them to just dismantle the stage.
Because they think they're just going to go and fuck around and maybe cause some trouble, but not actually accomplish anything.
And then they just spend another fair amount of time wandering around the mall. They go to the cookie store.
Yeah.
They talk about... So they had the conversation about
Superman.
About Superman and Lois Lane.
Trying to have a baby, maybe? I don't know.
It's just like the stupid conversations that you and I love. It's like, they can't have a baby because
Superman's
he
sperm
would rip a hole in her.
Would just rip a hole in her.
The only way they could have sex is if he had a kryptonite condom, which would kill him.
Yeah,
That's
that
so
conversation...
specific.
That's the kind of conversation that you have with a straight face.
Yeah.
And it's the funniest thing in the world.
And meanwhile, he immediately segues into referencing the cookie store as part of the food court. And Brody says, oh, hell no, it's not part of the food court.
No.
It's food court adjacent or something. It's, hang on, I wrote it down, I think. But yeah, mid-mall snacking.
Yeah.
That's what he called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not in the food court, this is on a different level.
Dude has opinions about malls.
He has opinions about everything.
Yeah.
But this mall in particular, he clearly spends much time thinking about.
Yes, and then he has this complex about the kid on the escalator.
Yeah, lady,
saying,
watch your kid.
That kid is going to be mauled. I hope... Oh, that's another funny joke.
I don't think he said mauled.
No,
but
I
you said it.
I said it.
Because you're a dork.
That's right.
Unintentionally.
Was it though?
It might have been. Yeah, this woman is not paying attention to her kid. He's just sitting on the escalator, and he immediately...
Which is a problem.
Yes. And he immediately starts pointing it out like, these children just running around like animals, like something's gonna happen.
Yeah,
and like kid on the fucking escalator.
Yeah, and he keeps getting distracted by it. And another conversation, like 2 minutes later, we're already past this. He just keeps bringing it up. Until later when they go to the comic book shop and like the guys who were trying to arrest them.
The security guards.
Oh my God, a kid's stuck in the escalator.
And he doesn't even notice it. By that point, he's moved on because Stan Lee is going to be at the comic book store and it has somehow escaped his entire purview. So what was exactly happening here that these guys at the comic book store like, don't come over here, man. Like, fuck you. Get away from us. They, like, made a big scene. He, like, jumped the line.
Yeah.
And you said you recognized a couple of these dudes.
Yeah,
but they were confronting him.
Yeah, a couple of the dudes in line were, like, production dudes and people who were in Clerks as, like, extras. Like, one of the guys played, like, 2 or 3 characters in Clerks.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what the deal is, why they got into a fight, or why they even jumped the line.
Yeah.
Because I guess they just want to get in. And they didn't even know Stan Lee was going to be there. Because it's before the internet. Why would you know this?
A poster?
Yeah.
Your friends tell you? Like, I don't know.
Brody doesn't seem to be the type to have a lot of friends.
No, he doesn't seem to be very well liked.
No.
Everywhere he goes in this mall, everyone hates him.
Yeah.
Because he spends too much time there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he seems a little bit clueless that this is happening at the mall he spends so much time in. And we get some other cursory characters. So yeah, there's the girl you kind of mentioned. They call out one girl who's 15, but she's actually a senior in high school.
Right.
And she has a book deal, and she's doing a psychological and biological study
of men between the ages of 15 and 30, I think she said.
And she's sleeping with them and recording them on film.
Right.
This was a lot.
No. No, and like they knew even then because it's like another plot point. The resolution of the movie is the revelation 15, that she's 15 and what the hell?
Yeah. And of course Jason Lee's actively like trying to be a participant in this. So it's weird. I don't like this part.
It's weird.
And listen, they clearly cast an actress who looks much older because she is. I'm sure she's probably in her mid-20s.
Of course.
To try to make it, quote, okay. But yeah, I don't know what
the concept isn't okay.
Yeah. Even in the 90s.
Nope.
We don't do that.
No.
No. And it's all consensual, and it's all she asks them, and they ask her.
Yeah, my parents know about it. It still doesn't make it okay.
They give it a lot of context to make it okay, but it's still not okay. And that's all I really want to say about that.
And I would say, if there's anything there to justify it being in there, quote unquote, it is to have the resolution that the movie has.
Right.
Shannon gets hauled off in handcuffs because of what he did. So just like you have to have Willem in there looking at the magic eye, you have to have this girl coming up with this scenario so that you can play a tape to get him arrested.
Yeah.
You know, it just seems very contrived and forced in.
Yeah.
So those were the couple of moments that just rubbed me the wrong way.
The icky parts that we
sure.
Like. There's a couple of these montages. So we already had one with the sock full of quarters where Bob is trying to basically distract the security guard.
To knock him out.
He's going to knock him out and then dismantle the stage. And he fails in spectacular fashion and goes headfirst through a wall.
Yep.
So he gets another plan. Same thing. Now he's dressed as Batman. Because why not? And the thing that I wrote down off of the blueprints was, we dance on the ruins of the stupid stage.
Yep. That's the resolution.
In their grand plan, that's the last phase.
Yep.
And of course, he fails again in spectacular fashion, and once again goes headfirst through a wall, both times into a changing room where Joey Lauren Adams, she of the weird baby voice.
Yes, the weird baby voice who will eventually be Amy from Chasing Amy.
Yes, different character, same actress.
Different character, same actress. I had to look that up just to make sure that the names were different.
Right.
Just because I know
Gwen in this.
I know these movies and how connected they are. I figured that might have been her. So no, it's not.
It could just as easily have been her because has he done that before other than Jay and Bob, where it's a specific character?
Well, like Brody shows up, and
I guess
I don't know if it's Shannon who shows up or not. I know Ben Affleck showed up as a different character, but I don't know what the no. Shannon does not show up. The guy who shows up in Jay and Bob is the guy in Chasing Amy.
Okay,
that's what it is.
Again, context would be helpful if I had seen Chasing Amy.
And we'll get there, guys. We will get there.
So, yeah, just a bunch of shenanigans ensue. Brody runs into this girl, Brody runs into his girlfriend, who we find out is shacking up with Ben Affleck, or about to anyway.
Right.
His character. And
because he's a real man, Betsy.
He's a real man with a real job. And he kind of grabs Shannon Doherty. That was confusing. The fact that that Ben Affleck's character is named Shannon, and he's kind of he's trying to hook up with Shannon Doherty's character, whose name I can't even remember.
I have no idea.
It was so not important.
Nope.
But yeah, so he grabs her, they jump in an elevator and have a fight, and then they have sex.
In the elevator.
Yeah. Because she yelled at him a bunch, delivering that Kevin Smith dialogue. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. But that's not enough. So, he gets beat up by Ben Affleck's character. And I'm jumping ahead because there's not really a lot that happens at this point in the movie.
Not really.
Everybody just sort of knows each other's business because everybody hangs out at the mall and gossips all the time.
Pretty much.
And Ben Affleck accosts Brody and tells him, "Nope, I'm gonna do it with her in the butt." They don't actually say it. They don't say it.
It's
another recurring joke.
In an uncomfortable place.
In the back of a Volkswagen?
Is that what you call that?
They make that joke like 4 times also.
Yes.
So he gets beat up, but instead of telling the truth to Jay and Silent Bob, he tells them that the Easter Bunny did it. And they go beat up the Easter Bunny.
Well deserved. Which I don't. Did you see who was playing the Easter Bunny?
No.
I didn't either.
Did you recognize the voice?
I thought I did.
I love Jay and Silent Bob for this reason. Like, they are your diehard fans and also your greatest enemies.
Oh, yeah.
Depending where you fall.
They will go to bat for you. They will just do whatever to...
They will beat the crap out of the Easter Bunny
at
the mall.
In
front of children who then joined in.
Right.
So yeah, at this point in the movie, Brody and T.S., that's his friend's name. T.S. I don't know why.
We don't actually get his real name.
No,
it's just T.S.
T.S.
Was that a 90s thing? I don't remember.
I don't know. All I could keep thinking of was T.S. Eliot. That's the only T.S. I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
It's weird to have those initials. It's always like T.J. or something else that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, but they get removed from the mall by mall security so that they can't cause any more shenanigans. And Shannon Doherty, who at this point in the movie I realize has changed her clothes about 4 times. Did you notice this?
It's a mall, Betsy. She can just buy new clothes.
Every time we see her, she is wearing a different outfit.
She also changed her hair a little bit too. Like, well, sometimes it's like pulled back, and sometimes it's
half
not.
up, half down.
Yep.
Yeah, every time we see her, she has like 7 clothing changes in this movie. The rationale being, well, she's at the mall. Why wouldn't she just wear them all out of the store?
Speaking of clothing, holy hell, was there a lot of 90s clothing in this.
Oh my God. This is like the peak, like corduroy and big Doc Martens.
Yeah, and like the Joey Lawrence look on TS.
Yes.
With the jacket around his waist.
Flannel around his waist.
Yeah. The high-waisted pants. on what's her name at the beginning?
Shannon Doherty or Claire Forlani?
Claire Forlani.
Yeah. Yeah. They're in the store when Shannon Doherty's character is around shopping.
Yeah.
Floral dresses.
Oh, yeah.
And faded denim.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere. This was like right at the tipping point where we're in the middle of the 90s and there's no stopping it now.
Yep. It's before bum equipment became a big thing. And that was about to take over the world. Gap.
This is also, if we were to go to the mall now, the kind of clothes we would see.
We've talked about this. The 90s are back, Betsy.
They're back, Jen.
It's back.
So yeah, she goes and grabs Jay and Silent Bob and says, oh, they're in trouble, you gotta help them.
Yeah.
And again, in another cartoonish feat, they beat up the cops, and Jay and Silent Bob are making a getaway, and Bob starts pulling a bunch of random crap out of his coat, like an entire inflatable sex doll.
That is already inflated.
Yes. And what did he call it? He has a gun, like what's that? A Gatling gun? What's that called?
Grappling hook.
Grappling hook?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a gun.
It's like a Batman grappling hook.
With the belt.
Uh-huh.
And
a utility belt.
He shoots it up, and he and Jay are swooped away to freedom.
Hoisted up.
Yes, and again, their love for each other. Jay's like, I love all your stupid inventions, and kisses him on the cheek.
Of course. It's his hetero life mate, Betsy.
Yes, they love each other. They're friends,
yeah.
But it's not gay. They're just really close friends.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very cartoonish. Like, Bob can run faster than all the security guards.
I thought that was funny.
It was funny. And he taps Jay because he's already caught up to him.
Yep. And that was the second time he ran in the movie, because he was running with the sock full of quarters at the beginning.
I just want to keep saying sock full of quarters.
Also, that wasn't a lot of quarters in there either. No. It was like maybe $10 worth.
Not even.
One sleeve.
It was like, well, I guess it would be $10 because it's one sleeve.
Yes.
Yes, he has. And it would have been more effective to just leave the roll together.
Right. And actually, what you do is you put the roll of quarters in your fist.
Yes.
If you're going to punch someone, put a roll of quarters in your fist. It's that much heavier when you hit someone.
Don't condone violence with our audience.
Hey, I'm just telling. It's not illegal. It's not illegal.
It's just a fistful of quarters.
Brass knuckles are illegal.
Fair enough. Are they actually illegal?
They are. In most states, I think.
Yeah, they're probably legal here. We live in a weird place.
You're not wrong.
Okay, so this is where we go to the other mall.
Yeah.
The cheapo, anyone can get a booth kind of a mall. The flea market of the mall areas. Mm-hmm. I don't know where this was. This place, I bet, does not exist anymore because it looked like a dump on the outside.
Sure, and you know what? I've seen malls like this. We've been in malls like this.
It's when you take the old crappy mall and you turn it into something else.
Yeah.
And so it's cheaper rent and more random businesses can go in it.
We have a mall like this where we live.
We have a mall like this.
And we go there every week.
We do.
It's where the arcade is.
That's right. Right. But you're not going to find those businesses in the mall in the mid-90s.
No.
Because it's too expensive.
Yep.
So they have a place for the dude with the cowboy hats and the topless psychic.
The what, Betsy?
I'm sorry. The topless psychic with 3 nipples.
That was a weird scene. What I feel like Kevin Smith did a rated R movie at first with Clerks, okay? Mm-hmm. The only thing risque about Clerks was the language.
Profanity.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, the subject matter is very adult, but, nothing that was like super out of the ordinary is what people talk about. But I feel like Kevin Smith decided, you know what, I'm only going to make R-rated movies when it's my movies, so I'm going to get everything that I can out of it.
I guess, if I'm going to make another movie.
Yeah. You got this chick with the 3 nipples. One of them is fake. I was kind of hoping that was real. Like
found
really, really real.
With the 3rd nipple?
Yeah. Just authenticity.
I think most people who have 3 nipples They don't look like that.
They don't.
Mark Wahlberg has a third nipple.
Yeah.
Are you aware of this?
Sure.
It looks like a big mole.
Yeah.
Whatever. You would never know.
It's a pretty common thing.
Right. You would never know
but it wouldn't look
nipple.
like that.
This was like an areola on the
This
nipple.
is everything.
It's everything.
This is everything. And they had that scene, and they had the scene with the girl in the dressing room.
Yep.
Getting dressed. And, I just think Kevin Smith wanted to go nuts and see what he got away with.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing is like sexual. It's just, hey, here's some boobs.
Yeah. Just rando boobs.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. It's also his first major movie, and he's got a budget, and he's got time, and he wants to see how far he can get away with things.
Right.
Because as a new director, figuring out Hollywood, that's part of it. You don't know how much you can do yet.
Right.
And the worst they're going to do is edit it out. They're going to say, nope, you got to cut that.
Yeah. And in 95, I've never seen this movie. Isn't there a scene in one of those 80s movies with there's a lady with 3 boobs?
Total Recall.
That's it.
Yeah. Check it out, Beavis. This chick's got 3 boobs.
Yeah. Oh, what was it? Something else? Was it like Weird Science where there's a bunch of naked chicks? I've never seen that either.
I've seen Weird Science. I don't remember that. But no, there's a lot of 80s movies where there's just women topless.
It's just gratuitous nudity over. For the sake of it.
Stripes. We watched that.
Guess,
There's creepy dudes perving on ladies in the locker room. That was kind of a common thing in the 80s.
You're right.
So it wasn't like that.
Maybe this is Kevin Smith just going to his 80s roots and just thinking, okay, I can do this weird thing. Yeah. I saw the chick with 3 boobs in this movie. I'm going to have a chick with 3 nipples.
I guess.
Because I don't have that kind of budget.
Maybe it's the only way she could be psychic. You don't know where your powers emerge from when you are touched with the gift.
Oh, she was touching them all right. But that's enough about that.
She basically gives them a pep talk, and Brody is just so distracted with the boob, he doesn't even listen.
Yep.
But TS is like, oh, no, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'm inspired. I'm gonna go and do this thing.
Combine your efforts and you'll get your ladies back and solve your problems.
Sure. So he gets determined they're gonna go back to the mall. And they go back to the mall, and I guess they get separated, and Brody is just standing by the lingerie store. This is before Victoria's Secret, by the way.
Yeah.
Standing by the lingerie store, staring at the model, I guess, the mannequin, where Stanley just waltzes up to him and says, don't the people inside look nice?
Couples in love.
Don't
they look nice?
That's just going to bring this up so that I can get to the point I'm trying to get to.
Yep. And he gives him a pep talk about...
He gives him a goddamn therapy session.
Yeah. He sure does. He tells him, don't let the love of your life get away.
Yeah.
I regret it every day, and I created all these characters based on me because I let this lady get out of my life. Mm-hmm. So don't do it, man. And of course, TS has put him up to this.
Of course.
But he's got a problem because all Brody wants to talk about is superhero genitalia.
If you have that opportunity, why not ask? You're never going to get an answer otherwise.
Yep. So then we get to the climax of the movie where they basically decide to... It's like the dating game.
Yeah, they're going to sabotage...
They're going to sabotage the show. They haven't been able to take the stage down, so instead they're going to take the dating guys out, and they're going to get in there themselves.
Which is where we meet up with Brian O'Halloran.
Who is
the dude from Clerks. He's Dante.
Yes, he is the lead from Clerks.
Yeah.
And he shows up here with very long hair.
Very long hair. So he plays a guy named Gil Hicks.
Yes.
In Clerks, he plays a man named Dante Hicks.
Wait a second.
And in Dogma, he plays a guy named Grant Hicks. He's the reporter that is talking about the man who is destitute, who got beat up and is in a coma.
It's almost like those 3 characters are somehow connected.
What? Yes, they're very much... I think Kevin Smith actually described this at one point. Yeah, they're all like cousins or related somehow.
The Hicks clan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old Hicks
They're
clan.
just a bunch of Hicks.
Yes, exactly.
So yes, he is bachelor number 3 or suitor number 3.
Suitor.
And then Brody and TS are the other suitors.
Yep.
For Claire Forlani. Definitely an American actress.
Right. But of course, she's only in like 2 scenes in this entire movie.
Yeah. Well,
Or, sorry, three scenes because she's backstage with the other gal.
Yeah. So yeah, they basically play along, and she asks their questions, and if you were fruit, what would you be and why kind of stupid crap that you see. If we were making Whoopi,
Wait, what's Whoopi?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean if we were fucking?
Is that like fucking? Yes, Brody. That's exactly it. So he's hamming it up, and the third guy doesn't know what's going on. Oh, and I neglected to state, the reason the other 2 bachelors were taken out was Jay gave them very, very strong weed.
Yes. One of the guys, the guy who was on the left, was one of the hockey players from Clerks.
Yeah, they were like all in this movie somewhere.
Yeah, Kevin Smith just puts his buddies in his films.
Well, yeah, and you even said the producer is in this.
Yeah.
He's like the
Scott
producer
Mosier,
of the show.
Yeah, Scott Mosier is the producer on all of Kevin Smith's movies. He does other stuff, but it's mostly Kevin Smith. Scott Mosier is basically his partner in all of his movie making.
Yeah. Yeah. So the other bachelors are gone. The 3 of them are left. Gil Hicks is giving the typical cheesy answers, and Brody's like, what's with this fucking guy? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, that's the exact reaction that you should give to an answer like that.
Yeah, because this is a cheesy, stupid show.
Yeah.
And you're a young, sensible human who talks like that.
Right.
Like, they're about the same age. And one of them is spouting bullshit about, I'm going to take you to all the stores you like, and then we'll go to the beach.
We'll go to the opera.
We'll go to the opera. Yeah.
And we'll dance all night. Like, no, we're not. What the fuck are you talking about?
No.
No.
That's not how this works. But guy number 1 gets his girl back. Happy conclusion.
Yeah.
Guy number 2 confesses his love for his girlfriend who's in the audience. Happy conclusion.
Who is very much game for whatever, because, she says, I guess I love this guy.
Yep, I love him.
She doesn't say guy, but, we won't say that.
That's another thing that bothered me, was the frequent repetition of the R word. That in the 90s, again that was pretty common.
Yep.
I'm glad that's not okay anymore, because I really just... That was hard to listen to. Like, one time, I could deal with it. It came up many times in this movie, and it didn't need to. We could have replaced that word, quite simply. And of course, to get rid of Ben Affleck, who is in the picture, Brody has enlisted Jay and Silent Bob to release the video that the 15-year-old made with that guy the night before, basically.
Yeah.
But in order to do it, Silent Bob has to put a tape...
He rigged up a VCR...
At the top of the stage.
Yeah.
He drops the tape when it's thrown to him. And
it lands on some of the duct tape.
And he's convinced that he can reach it if he uses his Jedi powers.
Which, because he's upside down... What happens actually makes sense, but on film, when you're watching it, that's not how it really is.
Trent, I don't know if you remember a certain movie called The Empire Strikes Back.
What?
At the beginning of the movie, Luke is hanging upside down in a cave, and he needs his lightsaber, and he can't reach it. Do you remember that part?
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
That doesn't ring a bell?
I've never seen Star Wars.
But meanwhile, where he is able to do it because he lives in a world where he has the Force, the only reason Bob is able to get the tape is because the man with
Willem.
the
Magic Eye.
Why do I keep forgetting Magic Eye?
Because it isn't the 90s anymore.
I guess. He has completely given up on the Magic Eye in an absolute frustration because he will not see it. he hits the stage and he bounces the thing up, unbeknownst to Silent Bob, who believes now that he has powers. And he catches the tape. And yeah, Ben Affleck goes to jail. The two guys get their girls.
The cops let Brody just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just in front of him, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. And it seems to be happy ever after for our heroes. And we are ended with what happens to them after these events.
Okay, I didn't like this because I don't think it was earned.
I think this is called Kevin Smith didn't know how else to end the movie.
That too.
So it's we need a conclusion.
And again, it goes back to, hey, he's a fan of 80s movies. They did this a lot in the 80s.
They did.
So Brody ends up apparently taking over the Tonight Show.
Absolutely. He's now the host of the Tonight Show, and his girlfriend is the band leader.
Right.
And she has met his mom.
And his mom approves.
They're okay. And then the other two get married at Universal on the Jaws ride.
Sure.
And then Willem finally does. I liked this moment.
Yeah.
It's like on the screen, Willem finally sees the sailboat. And he goes, I do?
I did.
I will. He's very excited to find out that he's going to get to see it eventually.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, Jay and Silent Bob are walking down the road into the sunset, holding hands with a chimpanzee.
Foreshadowing.
Which, of course, if you've seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, later makes sense. Seeing in this order is funny because if you just saw this movie and the two of them are walking down the side of a road with a chimp, it would mean nothing. It would be just another why the fuck is there a chimp in this movie? But having seen them in the other order, it's like, hey, call back.
I remember that.
he actually, it literally says like, you'll find out later, or like, to be continued.
Well, it says Jay and Silent Bob will return in Chasing Amy.
Right, but it says something about like Jay and Silent Bob. Well, that's another story or something.
Oh, that's right.
That's their title card, like what happens to Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
So we don't find out for many, many years.
Right. 2 movies, or at least three movies from then. Yeah.
So, yeah, I liked that. Like, if anything at the end, I appreciate it was that, but because I've seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yes.
And they made sense of the monkey.
Yeah. Maybe Kevin Smith knew eventually whenever he made a Jay and Bob movie that there was going to be some kind of chimp in that movie and they're going to take care of it.
I guess. Or he just wanted a chimp. I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, it's that thing
they
where
let you do things when you're a director, apparently.
How much can I get approved with this budget?
Sure.
So yeah, it was kind of just, how do we end the movie? I don't know. Stan Lee shows up, he gives a pep talk, everybody wins, love wins, end of movie, hooray!
I don't think they say hooray.
Close enough. And we had a super 90s song at the beginning that was some kind of like ska punk thing. And at the end of the movie, we had Weezer.
Right.
Which in 1995, they would have been a very new band.
Very new. I didn't know Weezer in 95.
No, this would have been Blue Album, Pinkerton time frame.
Totally. I think I only recognized one other song, and there was a Bush song at the very beginning when they enter the mall.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah. So yeah, completely not about comic books. We were off base about that.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it would end and Brody would have opened a comic book store or created a comic book. But clearly we're not going to get that in this movie.
Yeah.
So maybe we get that in Chasing Amy because Bluntman and Chronic are not a thing.
Yeah, we mentioned Bluntman and Chronic in the intro. That's not here. I would have expected that to happen, but no. So
somewhere between is where that happens. Yeah, and maybe it doesn't happen in any of the movies. It just happens off screen.
I think we're going to get into that with Chasing Amy. I
hope so. There's not a lot of movies in between.
Yeah, we'll get to Chasing Amy eventually. I've only ever seen that once. So, yeah, we'll talk about that when we do that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Mallrats, guys.
There you go.
So, we do have a couple of things to read. We got an email from Stephanie, of course. She's covering a couple of things we haven't really heard from Stephanie in a while. You know, like 2 episodes. She's talking about Labyrinth and Demolition Man. And I kind of figured we would get more, feedback about Labyrinth because it is what it is and it's been around forever and people seem to know it and like it.
Yeah.
But I guess not. But anyway, Labyrinth. I have never been a big fan of this movie. I find Bowie incredibly creepy in this. So we were right. I feel like this is along the lines of Return to Oz, where people that grew up watching it love it for the weirdness, but if you didn't catch it in the right place in your life, it just won't appeal to you. That being said, I do love the practical effects, puppetry, and can appreciate that it is very dear to people.
Yes. So, are you familiar with Return to Oz?
Not really.
So where Wizard of Oz is this whimsical Hollywood musical from the golden age of movies, Return to Oz is basically they commit Dorothy to a psych ward and she goes back to Oz and everything has fallen apart and a headless witch is terrorizing the entire place. And it is practical puppets. And they are monstrous and terrifying. I do not like this movie.
It's a movie.
It is a movie.
When did it come out?
In the 80s. Do you know Fairuza Balk?
Yes.
She was like 9 years old and she plays Dorothy.
What?
Yeah, it's one of those things. I don't know how it got made. I don't know why people like it. It's really dark and creepy.
I don't think I've ever heard of this.
Yeah, you can look it up when we're done talking. It will give you... It's like nightmare fuel. It's nightmare fuel. I hate it. I hate it. Yeah. There, I said it. But Labyrinth, I also didn't see that until I was in college.
Yeah.
I think you just have to appreciate it for what it is and leave it at that.
I would say if you saw Labyrinth when you were like, let's say 6 to 12.
Okay.
In that range,
you might love
it.
Okay.
Because I think you're in the right age where you're gonna relate to like babysitting a little kid and having some responsibilities, starting to grow up a little bit, and maybe starting to be interested in boys. Maybe. I don't know, but yeah, I just don't. It was okay. It's better than Goonies. God.
Yeah, I think you will like the movie. If you are into it, you will like it. You will never love it. Like, I don't love Labyrinth.
No.
I like Labyrinth. There you go.
I wouldn't go that far. But okay, it's not meant for me. Anyway, that's it for Labyrinth. She's talking about Demolition Man now. I have never seen this one. Wow.
What?
It's on HBO Max.
At least it was a few weeks ago.
It was, yeah. If you got HBO Max, it's on there. The Rocky movies were pretty much a staple in our house growing up. Yeah, never seen them.
Sorry. One day.
One day, we said it before, we will see at least the first Rocky.
Well, and there's like 8 of them now.
Yeah.
So we're not doing it like the Fast and Furious. We're not going through all the Rocky movies. That will break me.
I can only take so much boxing. She continues. I have seen Blade, and that is about it for my Snipes knowledge. Yeah. I never really caught a lot of Wesley Snipes stuff.
Weirdly, the one that I feel like we should have seen is White Men Can't Jump.
Oh, I have seen that. I'm
have?
sorry. Yes, I have seen that
Okay,
a long time ago.
Well, I haven't.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, that's Wesley Snipes.
I forgot about that totally.
And other than that, he's in U.S. Marshals.
Yeah, that I knew.
That one you haven't
I've never seen U.S. Marshals.
Yeah, I've got like a handful, but it's a short list, certainly.
Yeah.
Blade's the big one.
Uh-huh. And Blade is great. It's so great.
Blade is Blade.
Overall, this sounds like my kind of action movie, and I will have to give it a try. You should, Stephanie.
It's dorky and fun.
It was pretty damn good.
Yeah. Sandra Bullock is charming as ever.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
She cute.
Okay, so I also heard from Danny in response to specifically The Karate Kid.
Okay, going back to the Karate Kid movie.
Okay, so we have a conspiracy afoot.
Oh no.
Trent.
It's not that kind of podcast, Betsy.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what Danny has discovered, what he has uncovered, and he's going to figure out more. Danny begins. This is a full-blown conspiracy, and I'm going to blow the lid off this thing.
Oh shit.
Johnny, so Johnny of the Cobra Kai. Johnny was born August 20th, 1966. He mentions turning 18 soon at the beach party. The under 18 All Valley Karate Tournament is held on December 19th, 1984. This makes Johnny ineligible based on age if we interpret the rules correctly based on the name of the tourney. Daniel's 18th birthday is the day before the tournament, also making him ineligible. I think it's supposed to be under 18 because I'm sure there are legal ramifications of legal adults beating up minors. Someone is paying off the tournament staff to allow these two men to compete. I've just begun to unravel this thread. Nobody knows how deep this cover-up goes.
Or maybe the tournament organizers just don't care.
I'm saying he might be onto something. If literally the name of the tournament is the under 18 tournament, there is exactly one prerequisite, and that is you have to be under 18.
And Daniel isn't a black belt.
No, he just faked his way into the tournament altogether.
That right there should have been enough. Age not being an issue. That right there, would not qualify him to be in there.
What we're saying here, guys, is this entire tournament is null and void.
Sure, why not?
So yes, I think Danny might be onto something. I'll be curious if I ever get around to watching Cobra Kai, how this is handled. I want answers. Now I'm going to lose sleep at night thinking about the Karate Kid.
I hope that they just bring it up like as an aside in the show. Like, hey, isn't your birthday this? You were born this year, right? So we were both over 18, right? Right. What the fuck? We just went through all that for nothing.
That's some bullshit, is what that is. So thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Danny. You too, listener, can be like our friends.
You too
Stephanie
can uncover
Danny.
long held conspiracies.
Yes. Help us. Learn us.
Help us uncover the truth. Betsy, the truth is out there.
So they say. So send it to us.
Send us truth bombs. Wait. No bombs. Just truth nuggets.
Nuggets.
We like nuggets.
Little nuggets.
Yes. Email us. Reach out to us. Text us. Carrier pigeon. I don't care.
Skyrider.
Smoke signals. All that shit.
Yeah.
But the easiest way is to email us at neverseenitpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter. We'll tweet out whenever the new episodes get posted. Or you could just be like a smart person and subscribe. Oh, and by the way, someone told me this. If you could just go on, if you have an iPhone or an iPad and you subscribe via the iTunes store or the Apple Podcast, whatever, if you were to go on there and rate us, apparently that helps. So if you can't support us monetarily, go into the iTunes store or the Google Play Store, rate us on there, give us 5 stars.
Like 5 stars.
Yep.
Aggressively.
Like, subscribe, all that shit, y'all. That's what the people say on the interwebs. Do it.
Yeah.
Please, we'll love you forever.
Yes. But on Twitter, how can they find us on Twitter?
What?
I don't think you actually said it.
No one what? The Twitter is never seen it never seen it _pod on the Twitter machines.
On the Twitter machines. So
and
there
yes,
you go.
We did say you could support us financially. If you can't do that, it's fine. Just click the link if you want. We like money. Betsy, I like money.
I like you, Trent.
Okay.
So we're going to wrap it up. That's it for this episode.
Yeah.
Reach out, listen more, like, subscribe, do all the things. And in the meantime, I've been Betsy.
And I'm Trent.
And we'll see you again next time.